certified yapper. Hey y'all, it's Kiaaj. So a little update from last week's video. Look what I've got. Onyx Storm. Now look, it's not the sprayed edges. It does not have any pictures, because who was finna go stand in line at Target to fight out the Lululemon wearing, Porsche driving, Whole Foods shopping mommies who got time to do that all day? It was never gonna be me. I do want to reread Iron Flame before I get onto Onyx Storm, so it might take me like a week or two. February is supposed to be like all black, but I just have to. Like Onyx Storm, I've been waiting to see where the hell this goes for like a year, so we just gotta see it through at this point. Okay, so today I want to share some of the books that really just like gripped me by my hair and did not let me go in 2024. I mean, like literally just fingers in, hair twist, pull. And I know before y'all get your mind out the gutter, okay? Because that's not where I was going with that. 2024 was a busy year for me. Like I read, but I did not read as much as I would have liked. And as a result, like my book selections are very limited. I read a lot of books because I am in a book club. Hey y'all, if y'all are watching, mwah, love you. So I did read a lot of books. However, these are the ones that really just did it for me. And obviously they did it for me if I can reach deep into my brain, because you know your girl can't remember nothing. See, I don't have a good memory. I don't. And sometimes I just be reading books for the vibes. But these are the ones that really just like rang true for me. So I hope y'all like them. And these are in no particular order. I'm just going to get right into it because I've been rambling long enough. First on the list is Crescent City. Listen, I know a lot of y'all have like probably read Crescent City already. I finally got a chance to read Crescent City. And when I say I finally got a chance, I mean I finally made it through the first 200 pages of that book. I finally made it through the first 200 pages of that book. And if you know, you know. I don't know who this woman thought I was. I don't know if she thought like I'd been there and I'm just reading like a story, like a Facebook post about my homegirl from high school and I've been there. But girl, Sarah, Miss Mass, I don't know these people. You gotta explain some things to me, shawty. What is you doing? Like, she came in hot, so she didn't take the time to kind of like world build, which I kind of, okay. Now that I got my little temper tantrum out the way, I kind of like that she did it like that, because she kind of just drops you in the middle of the world for you to experience and see these people and kind of become a part of their lives. And she treats you like you've been here the whole time, which like as haterish as I feel like being, I can't even be that haterish because it was so good. Like it's a slow burn. We have a shadow daddy which is morally gray. We have Bryce, who's like obviously a badass because it's her book, but she's like, I just love this story. I loved her finding out that her and Donica, like they were best friends, but Bestie had secrets. Bestie kept tight secrets. She was not playing. She learning that she had like all these powers and learning her history, learning her relationship with her brother and her dad and her parents. And then that slow burn with her and Hunt that didn't even like accumulate, that didn't even like didn't even end in nothing. Spoiler alert, didn't do nothing. The spice was a 2 in this book. And but like, it was so good. The little twist at the end, I didn't really care for too much because but it was good. Like it really gripped me. I felt kind of sad for her because you obviously see her mourning and grieving, and it was so good. So I read House of Earth and Blood. I jumped straight into book 2, which is House of Sky and Breath. I consumed that thick book because y'all know that these books are thick. Okay, well that is a perfectly average sized book. It's a thick book. And so I was able to take it down in like a week, not even a full week, because first of all, I had nothing but time. Second of all, it was just like, it gripped me because we have the introduction of the new characters, the new powers. You get to see like Hunt and Bryce's relationship develop a little bit more. You get to see somebody trying to finally take down the Asteri, and then the twist at the end. Oh, I still have yet to read House of, Flame and Shadow, I think, which is the third installation in the book, which is supposed to be like a crossover between this and another series of hers. But I can't wait. Like, these two chokehold me. Now, if you've read her Throne of Glass series, like, please drop some motivation for me in the comments to continue reading, because I cannot get past the first like 4 chapters in book 1. And I'm starting with Throne of Glass because I've heard it's like Throne of Glass, then Assassin's Blade. I am trying. And I understand that she wrote the book when she was like 16, but holy bleep. It is hard. So if it's like worth it for me to try to power through to the other books, please let me know. And like my book club has been telling me to just power through it. Just power through it. When you get to book 4, it's so good. But I'm like, if I have to wait to book 4 for the books to get good, is it a good series? The next book that I want to talk about is a little sacrilegious, and I feel a little weird recommending it, but I have to. It is Lamb by Christopher Moore. Lamb, oh my God. Lamb tells the story of Jesus from the perspective of his best friend Biff. And all the major players are there. Even another one that I don't think we've ever talked about, Saint Bartholomew. But you have Peter, you have Mary Magdalene, you have Mary and Joseph, you have the prophecies, you have you have the Pharisees, you have all of these, you have Judas, you have all these different key players in there. But this tells the story from the perspective of Jesus' childhood through his development as the Savior and the Messiah, from the perspective of his best friend Biff, who honestly should probably never see the gates of heaven. If you thought Peter was bad about his boy Jesus, Biff, if you don't believe in God, you gonna meet him messing with Biff, okay? And he's just there as like a support system for Jesus as he just tries to navigate being a human person, because I feel like people often forget that Jesus was a person. Jesus, as we know him today, is like so mystified, and he's so shrouded in his miracles and the things that he did and how calm, cool, collected, holy. This shows you the person. This shows you all the struggles he went through, him trying to talk to his daddy not talking back, and the guy is funny. Biff is hilarious. I was tapped in the whole time. There's been times where I literally just like laughed out loud because it was so funny. Of all the books that I give you, this is like one of the top 2 that I think that you should read, and I'm telling you right now, it's not number 2. Okay, the third book on my list of books of 2024 that really did it for me was Kyoshi, Rise of Kyoshi. I'm gonna just let y'all know right now, I love Avatar: The Last Airbender. I love almost all things Avatar: The Last Airbender. We're not gonna talk about that disgrace of a movie they tried to pass off on us. Looking at you, M. Night Shyamalan. We're looking at you. We don't acknowledge that. Listen. Shut up. Kiaaj, just take a deep breath. You good? I'm good. Okay, good. So as a result of my love of Avatar: The Last Airbender, I could not resist picking up the Kyoshi series. And what wound up happening is I picked up the Kyoshi series, and then I picked up the Yang Chen series, which is the Airbender Avatar before Aang. And then I found out like late last year, they dropped the Roku series. So book 1 of the Roku series. So it's just been Avatar upon Avatar upon Avatar. We also have some of the graphic novels. So I've been Avatared out. It's just been so good and so nice to dive back into that story. And then we get to see the whole Avatar sequence from our girl Kyoshi. Now, what y'all don't know about Kyoshi, she's that girl. She chooses violence every time. Aang came to her for advice, and she said, "Markham, put him in the dirt. Make his mother cry." That is Avatar Kyoshi, and it's so funny because she does not start out that way. She starts out as this tall, lanky girl who can barely earthbend. And the whole time, well, like for a good third of the book, they think somebody completely different is the Avatar. And he's just struggling to figure out the rest of his powers. No, no, no. It's our girl Kyoshi. And how she learns how to be the Avatar is also equally hilarious because she's the Avatar. You would think she wouldn't deign to be around certain types of people. No, no, no. These types of people are who taught her to be her. And so Kyoshi, Rise of Kyoshi, which is the first book in the Kyoshi series, it took me there. It had me in a chokehold. It did not let me go. And it gave me so much more insight into one of my favorite avatars. Because Kyoshi, I resonate with her so personally. I'm 6'7" in real life. I am 6 feet 7 inches tall. And it is hard to be that tall of a woman. It is hard to be like such an obviously domineering, overbearing presence in the world, being 6'9". It just hits so hard, you know, being like 6'11" and all. Next in my list of books that I have to recommend because it's so good. And these next two actually came from book club. Specifically, it came from one of my friends in book club. And she honestly, some of her recommendations be a little off the wall, but some of the ones that she suggested, they just be hitting so hard. The first is Love Letter to Whiskey. Love Letter to Whiskey. Love Letter to Whiskey by Candy Steiner. God, it took me forever to say that right. But it is so good. A girl meets guy meets girl's best friend, guy and girl's best friend fall in love, but they have that spark that neither of them can ignore. And throughout the entirety of this book, there are so many reasons why these two cannot be together. And the best friend is literally the least of the reasons. And like just watching them chase each other through this whole story is so beautiful. It's a romance novel, and like I don't really do too many romance novels, but Love Letter to Whiskey, it broke me. It had my feelings all on my shoulders. And like, it's just so beautiful because this starts when they're teenagers. This starts when they are teenagers. And just seeing them grow and develop into adults is just like, it's just so beautiful. And just watching their love story develop, even though it gets to be frustrating sometimes because we're like, girl, tighten up. You love him, he love you. It's like Barney. And the spice. Listen, like it's not like AO3, Wattpad, like fan fiction where, you know, the freaks come out at night. The parts that need to be spicy is spicy. When you get to the spicy parts, like it's fine. It's like cathartic because it just hits all the right spots, like he was hitting all the right spots. Last on my list is a book that was so controversial. It was so controversial in my book club, and it's so good. This is another romance. I think these are like the only two romance novels that I read last year. It is Shark Heart by Emily Habeck. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Okay, two people in a happy, comfortable marriage. One does something a little, the lady, she does something a little bit analytical, and the man, he is a teacher, but he wants to be in theater and he wants to write, and he's just this creative soul. And they have planned this like super happy life together. And then he gets a diagnosis that he is going to be turning into a shark. Now, that's not a metaphor, okay? That is not a metaphor. He's turning into a shark. In the literal sense, I'm talking about dorsal fin, like rough, patchy, sandpapery skin, like tail, beady eyes, snout, sharp jaws, sharp teeth. Like he's a shark. And they have to navigate their relationship with him coming down with this irreversible illness, him getting sick, losing his job, losing his kids that he teaches, like that, and then them saying goodbye to one another, and then them trying to navigate their new lives, him as a shark and her as still a person who just lost her husband essentially, even though he's still alive. And obviously it's a metaphor for like chronic disease and like cancer and like you know, terminal illness, obviously, but it's so romantic. And the concept was crazy, like, because that's why we was looking at our friend like, girl, are you sure you want to pitch this again? And I'm so glad she did, because like this is one of my top reads of 2024. Shark Heart, it took me there. And again, like, hear me out, hear me out. It sounds crazy because what do you mean he's turning into a shark? What do you mean? What kind of H2O is this? Like H2O stuck fish out of water where the girls turn into mermaids. Like, what is this? And it's that. Except he's just constantly, slowly turning into somebody completely different, which is what happens when somebody you love gets a chronic illness or a terminal illness. They, a lot of the times, they're not the same person anymore. And so seeing that was so heartbreaking. Just read it. Like, don't be like me and like hate on it for no reason. Give it a try, because I guarantee you, you're not going to be expecting how this goes. You're not going to be expecting the conversations they have, the friends that they make, this, like, the way that this story unfolds. It was beautiful. Yes, it was beautiful. But that's it. That's what I have for you today. These are some of the books, like I said, that really captivated my heart in 2024 as your new bookish bestie. I highly recommend all of the books on my list. And these are some of the books that really just like got me through 2024, even though like 2024 was a great year. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, but that's what I have for you guys. And I also want to let you know, like, yes, I am your bookish bestie, but for real, I am your new lifestyle bestie. Lock in. Obviously, I love books and I love all things novels, literature, and everything like that. But also, there's so many other things that I want to take you guys along with me for, because I believe that like the cozy lifestyle is a lifestyle. Life is hard. Work is hard. Living as like taking care of other people is hard. But like carving out a little bit of time just for yourself, that's the most important part. So I'm looking forward, like I said, February, we are locked in. February, I have so many plans for us. I plan to tap in as much as possible. I'm so excited for the videos that I have planned and to execute them and to bring you guys along. Everything is not going to be book related. I'm not going to lie. I do have a couple of other videos that I want to do, and I hope that you like them. I know I'm gonna like making them. So yeah, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. I hate to be that person, but could you please? I look forward to seeing y'all in the next video. I hope y'all look forward to seeing me, and that's it. Okay, bye.